Well, hello again. Another little video. This one is on question and answers, but also a means of having this on your iPad. I know that there's an app which you can buy off Railmaster to do this, but what you've got is on the one app that goes onto your iPad, is that part there is for the trains and that part is your track plan. And the only thing is you've got little arrows like these where you download to find a train. Also, you can do programs on it now, but also you're restricted to 6 functions, which are like those functions across there, which means that any other functions you've got to come back to your PC to operate them. But a friend of mine, he rang me up the other day. He was having problems getting his iPad to connect to Railmaster via the app. And about an hour later, he rang me up again. He says, I found a solution. And it's something that I never thought of. As you know, when I talk to people and I go online to them, that I can actually operate their system and sort their problems out by going via TeamViewer, which is what I have there, right? So you click on that, you download TeamViewer onto your PC, you tell me the ID number and the password, which comes up. I then tap them into my computer, and what I do then is I actually then operate your PC from mine. And also then this is how I do all the settings and everything else for you as well. But what he's done, as something to say I'd never thought of, is using the TeamViewer, downloading the TeamViewer app onto your iPad, as I say, to operate this. And as it happens, I've had a new iPad this last week, and here it is. And what you get with this, by using TeamViewer, you get exactly what you get there. So like here, I've got 2 trains, and all I've got to do with that is operate that, like that, and operate that one there. Click the buttons like this, and both these trains will now do exactly what you'll be doing on there. So what you can do with this is, if I now stop it, stop that one as well. So I've now stopped the trains, as you can see. But also, is what you can do with this is you can actually do this, of course, and see them bigger. So if I now turn the sound off on that one, like that, and bring the screen back again, I can actually go to that one, do that one, do that. Like my announcements, I can touch them.
The next train to depart on platform 2 will be the 11:45 Regional Railway Service to Liverpool Lime Street, calling at Wolverhampton, Stafford, Crewe, Runcorn and Liverpool Lime Street only. This train is formed of 2 coaches. First class accommodation is located at the front of the train. A buffet service is available on this train. Please mind the gap when boarding this train.
So you could do that. Same as here, these are my little lights over there. If I actually click these here now, I have to do it from off this, I can actually turn my lights on as well. So it's as easy as that. So what you've got here is my lights here. So if I actually click that one there, and click that one there, and click that one there, all my lights around here work with no problems at all. They say I can go back, I can do it via this and do it this way around. If I do this as well, I'd better put this on as well because that's mostly why they haven't come on. Click these like this, and all my other like there. You can see a little van up there working, so I can actually operate them by that, or I can go to here and turn them all off like this. Now my yard lights there, which will work off this one here, if I do this, it turns the yard lights off. If I actually put them back again, like that, they come back on again. So you can operate complete Railmaster like this off your iPad by using TeamViewer. TeamViewer is free, so it doesn't cost you nothing. Now I've got a license, as it happens, on here for my iPad. It doesn't work up here, so that's a big problem I have, but at least you can do it this way around. It is totally free, this thing is. So you can do anything you want on your layout. So as if I go to here again, there, and do this one again, do that. I can actually do this. So these trains can run exactly as you run them on there. So my laptop here is up there, it usually sits up there. So I can actually leave that up here, bring this down here like this and operate this, my railway, from here. Which is, all you need is Wi-Fi, that's all you need. So if I actually now do this and stop both these trains, as they are now, and that's all you need. So that is one thing you can actually do. It's quite easy. So those people who've got TeamViewer on, it's worth doing. Just download the TeamViewer onto your iPad, get your numbers off there, off your main screen, and then just tap them in here and you'll get exactly as you've got on there. It's great. One thing is we'll go after that now. What I'm going to do is just turn that off for now, because I don't want that one there for now. It's just sitting away. Now, as you know, I've been doing some renovation and stuff. My mallard, if you remember off the last video, used to jump a bit there. It was missing. And what I've actually done is I've wired from the sound decoder in there two little wires, and they go into here, and the speaker sits in there. Sorry, you're on this one. They're actually now wired to those wheels there, so we've got a permanent connection through, and this train now goes through here with no problem whatsoever. It's great. Another thing I've also been doing, I bought these off Steve from the Hobby Goblin. As you know, he's got plenty of second-hand stuff in, and I bought these 3 coaches, and I've changed all the wheels on them, because they're all the old plastic ones, and I've changed it for metal wheels. And as you've just seen, it's now connected to my 87 there, and it runs around lovely at that. So that's another one. The other one I'm still, the little terrier I told you about, Steve has had that off me, and he's now going to put me some new contacts in that. So thank you very much, Steve, for that. Now, the other one, my Adam radial, I'm still working on that, and what it is that the back wheels, I think, are actually lifting the main wheels off. I've just got to do a trial and take those wheels out. Hopefully what I'm trying to do is to make smaller wheels on it to make them lift up, but it's a thing in progress at the moment. So that is all you've got to do with your iPad. Right, let's go back to questions and answers. One of the major things that people have a problem with is connecting your Elink or your Elite to this. what you need is, first of all, if I actually come out of here for a minute, you go down to here, right click on it, and then you go up to Device Manager. On Device Manager, look down there where it says Ports, COM and LPT, double click it. USB, that there is what your unit is connecting into your PC, which is mine is there, look there. So if you double click on that, as it says it's comms 3, click on that, go to the port settings. Now if it's an Elite, same as mine is, it's 19200. If it's an Elink, it's 115.200. You've got to make sure that one is what it should be. But usually when you do this, normally it comes up as 9600. I think that's what it comes up as. That one there, 9600. It isn't that. You've got to make sure that that is correct. These don't matter. You don't have to touch them at all. So them are the major things you need to do to get that connected up to your machine. Once you've done that, you've got to make sure, sometimes if you change the ports around, what you've got to do is make sure that what you've got in the Device Manager, which is comms 3, is sitting there. That is at that, and that's all you need to get this connected. And what happens is when that green tape comes up, that's when you know that it's connected to your Elink or your Elite. The little one there, that's just the Wi-Fi. Another one in here is if you go to this one here, Enable Sounds, that one down there, what that does is if you take that tick out, what happens is when you fire Railmaster up, that Railmaster thing that you hear all the trains running and everything else, it turns that off and makes them quiet, so it takes them out of the system. There's another one which you can actually do and take out other things as well. But so that is the major part. Another one is if you go to the guide and go to page 32, what you'll get is this. And these are those up there, all these up here. Now certain ones you need make sure that they're correct. If I go down here a minute, go down here, is alternate comms and check controller have got to be the same. If they're not, one is 0, which is for a Elite, and a 1 is for the Elink. That's a 1 you do. Another one is this one here at the bottom, which is full controller. If you've got that, haven't got that in, you can write that in. If it's 0, you'll get only those up there, and you have to press a little arrow to get the next ones out. But if you do full controller with 1, you'll get 16 functions up. You get all your functions up actually, but you see 16 all in one go, which I'll show you in a second. Another one is, where is it? I have to look for these things sometimes. There's one there which is point arrows, and what that is those little arrows that are normally in there, it takes them out, so all you get is the coloured buttons, which is a lot better for you as well. So there's quite a few in there, but if you're doing these, only do them one at a time. So say that's the full list. So this is the full list. That is what you should get. So it's like on mine, that is the full list. If you haven't got that, you can actually download it again, or just ring me and ask me to put them in for you. But that is the major ones you'll actually need in the system. So that is that part of it. So I say, one of the things is if you look at this here, if I click this button here, that now lights up. Click that, and it does that one. So that is one thing. Right, now another one is when you click a train up, such as like this one here, I'm going to click this one up, right? So you see all the functions. Now a gentleman a couple of weeks ago around me says, I've got all the functions in, but only a few of them come up. And what the reason for that is you can only tick 6 of the boxes. If if you tick more, so if you look at this one now, let's take that one off a minute. Don't want that, it's come off a minute. So if we click on the tornado, right, let's have a look at this one. Right, so what you've got in here is them. Right, see, that's all you've got. So that's +1. So if you actually now come out of here, go to here, your trains, it'll tell you either you haven't put enough ticks in or you put too many ticks in, but just if you do it and ignore it, it'll do this. So what I'll show you what I'll do with this. Come on, right. So the tornado, I think, is down here somewhere. No, it is the tornado there, right. So what we've got is those are the ticks, right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the blower, click the cylinder block there, and the safety valve there. Click this, and most probably sometimes it warns you, sometimes it doesn't. So do all that. If I now go to the tornado again, look, that's all there is. Half of them have gone missing. And that's what it is. You can only do 6 ticks. Do not do any more than 6, else you won't get this function you've got here. So I'll leave that for now. I can put that right in a minute after the video is finished. Now then, I actually had information off Railmaster, actually it was late February, end of February, that there was a new update imminent. Well, I've just done a check this morning and there's no new update at the present time, but it is imminent. A couple of things I've actually asked them for is, if you look at this now, I'm on demonstration there, and on here I've got, this works more when you've got the diesels. So if I put the lights on there like that, so the lights are on the loco there. Now if I want to change this to another system such as all, it then tells me this is where the thing is wrong. It tells me that number 37, which is this one, and it's function 0, which is the lights, but it tells me that it is the peppercorn, and it isn't that one, it's that one. So that is where this thing goes wrong. So I've actually asked them to redo this so that when you do it, because you're thinking, I don't know, tornado, so you look at your tornado, think, well, it hasn't got lights on, so how's it got lights coming up here? So that is one little problem you've got with it. So if I actually do this now and take the lights out and then go to all, I can then change all. Right, another one is, we say same as this one now, right? Now if I actually just click on this, it isn't actually on the track, so just do this and I go like this and put it, and actually accidentally make it going 2 miles an hour. Now the train won't move at 2 miles an hour, it's usually about 7 miles an hour before it'll actually move on the track. So I've done that. And if I now go to this, I'm going to go down to demo. You cannot change to a new loco while other locos are in motion. Stop all locos and then you can change to another. So straight away is, if you're in the all position, what happens is you do not know where the hell that train is. So you've got to go through all them and press all the stop buttons or look down them and check every one. I've got 75 locos in here, so I'll have to go down all this locos like this to find out which one has actually got the problem. The other way is actually to, okay, just stop that one because I know what it is you have to turn Railmaster off, turn it on, and it'll reset it for you, no problem at all. So that is a couple of things I've actually asked Railmaster to do. The new decoders that I've had, these AC models, I'm going to send a document to Railmaster to have those included into the system. One thing you can do is, if you've got some new decoders which aren't on Railmaster, send the documentation to it, to Railmaster, for them to include them into Railmaster. So if you buy them from a local shop and he's the only one who supplies them, then at least you'll be able to put them in. So that's another one you can do. So say the thing is that people also have the problem with this layout. As I've said before, if I actually go to my track plan here, this is one thing I've actually done with a lot of people, is if I go to this one here, we just put a plan A in there, right? When you're making a plan, see this one here, it is down on where all the numbers are, and also across the top there. Do not put them anywhere near that. You need to go 2 down and 2 across, because one thing is there, if I wanted to put a siding off that, I can't do it. I've got to move all this lot across. So always remember, 2 in from there, 2 down from there, to make them work properly. Now another one is when I do all this, now some of this stuff which I do, of course, I do this is all Railmaster Pro. The amount of stuff you can do with Railmaster Pro, all these little trains here are actually programs. All these are programs which you wouldn't normally, the programs themselves like this, you wouldn't be able to do on the normal system. You've got to go through that. So these are some questions and answers. As I say, there's plenty of them. I've had them 9 years now. This particular one with the iPad, I was talking to a chap yesterday who'd had a lot of problems with the railway, and I said, "Oh, tell me about this," and he says, "Oh, I'll have a go at that." So an hour later, it rings me up, says, "Fabulous, it works great. I can run all my trains." He's got over 99 trains, and he can operate any one of them off his iPad the way I've just shown you using TeamViewer. So that is it for this particular video. So if anybody wants me, you can get me on 01782 2194, sorry, 01782 302194. My email address is there as well. Both of them are there on the side. Please subscribe, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye.